super going to watch that later tonight by myself with a Pabst. Ladies and germs, it is officially Jorts Day. If you got them, wear them with pride.
Always.
Always, one day of the week, never more than that. It's a terrible thing.
It's Jorts Day every day at my house.
It's Jorts Day.
As soon as I get home,
you've been
bam!
Jorts and flip-flops, this big gulp.
That's
1994, here I come, baby.
Yeah.
Is that when you lost your virginity?
Probably.
I think so. You were a young buck then, but that's how it works.
It's a
Speaking
blur.
of jorts, we're talking about the new Squier line today. We're having a lot of fun with this. We don't talk about Squiers that often.
Hardly ever.
We don't really get to. We love the classic vibes.
We do.
That's our jam.
We do enjoy them.
But our principle in this thing is we really don't talk about stuff unless we think it's really cool.
It's true.
Really far out, something different, something radical, and a decent price.
Yes.
That's where the Squiers they got to live in that whole thing.
I would say these new Squiers meet all those little boxes you just named throughout there.
It's like I planned that. Check, and check plus.
That was the extent of our pre-production, by the way.
Thank you. It's really just about like, what pants are you going to wear today, Jonathan?
Yeah.
I'm going to wear the same pants.
How short should we cut them?
And Derek behind the camera is wearing them with Vans. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
And he's like 6'6", so it's like kind of freakishly.
I don't know. I thought he looked the most
normal,
most likely to be at a brewery wearing that.
He looks like his friend Sam.
He does look like
right
Sam,
now.
kinda.
He reminds like a tall, successful Sam. Anyway, Squier's Contemporary line just came out. We think they're really rad.
I like them.
They're different guitars. It's taking a fresh. Now these things have been around really since the 80s and 90s from the Japanese line, and this is a sort of a refresh and a redux, as you would say, or redo. Friends, redo. My wife speaks French. It's fun because she's so classy and she's
with her strange Kentucky accent.
Bonjour.
Kentucky dialect of French. It's great.
Bonjour, mi nombre es.
That's how she landed you, huh? That's how
Donde
she landed
está
you.
la biblioteca? Well, no, in Kentucky, though, they have a town called Versailles, but they pronounce it Versailles because it's Kentucky. Anyway, I always find that hilarious whenever I go to Kentucky. Can we go to Versailles? No offense if you live in Versailles, but you're pronouncing it wrong. It's just funny. Back to the Squier Contemporary line. So they've come up with a whole line of it. They've got ones with Floyd Roses. They've got ones with like fantastic atomic humbuckers, split rails.
All sorts of things.
Give me another bam. Split rails.
Bam.
Yeah. They got
bam.
They got different single coil alnicos.
Bam.
And they're all SQR.
Bam.
We're really excited. We were drinking a lot last night too, so that's kind of.
By last night he means this morning.
It's continued over a lot.
Probably kidding.
Exciting things in the beer world coming from the world of Fender. And
I'd forgotten about that in the last 10 minutes.
Guitars.
I'm excited again.
Fender, Casino Guitars, I apologize. Fender has nothing to do with it, sort of. Wink, we'll talk about it later. But anyway, so let's break into the guitars a little bit. I'm going to grab one.
Kabam.
I'm going to grab the same thing.
Look how cool it is.
Look at these things. So let's start with the Strats. These are our favorites of the Strats. We're not really Floyd Rose junkies, so we're not even going to get into that because Floyd Roses are just too much trouble for us. But these things are really cool. Now, it's like the Robbie Robertson vibe is the first thing I thought when I saw it.
It's true.
How about you? I was like, oh, Robbie Robertson in a Squier.
In a Squier.
With crazy colors, very Asian-inspired. But so what? Now, what's something that I was not expecting? Flip the thing around. Look at that flamed, roasted maple neck. What happened? Bam. What is like this? Now, aesthetically, we were all like sort of floored. Comfort-wise, they feel great.
It
does not feel like a Squier.
How good the neck feels.
The fretwork is done really well.
Even the neck, like the carve, the shape.
Yeah, it's
just
it's like nice. A fat C almost.
I expected them to be tiny, like
it's
thin.
a fat C,
and it's not.
It's not. It's not a baby neck. And they pitch it as they're doing this for tone and a little bit sustain and snap. I just think it looks cool.
It does look.
I don't know how much that's going to affect the Squier build as far as tone.
If my wife is watching, it is Father's Day on Sunday.
This is a great Father's Day present.
These are not very expensive.
They're not. So I think these are all under $450. A lot of them are like $429, $449.99 to be precise. But when you watch this video a year from now, it'll be like $474.99.
$1,700.
Just like your Klon you bought last night. This is now $5,000.
Wouldn't that be crazy if Fender was just like, yeah, we're not going to make them anymore, and then in a year
these went through the roof.
They were just like
Have
insane.
a Squier Contemporary from 2021.
Oh my God.
You have one.
People are trading their custom shops for these.
God, that'd be really stupid. Okay, I'm gonna put one of these down so I can actually talk about it a little bit. Bam, bam, bingo. So this guitar here, it's like you have the black, you have the Skyburst, the I just went blank on what these are called, the metallic. There's all sorts of fun like metallic burst colors. But
sure, Derek, we'll put them on the screen.
Yeah. This still has the plastic on. That's how fresh these are. They're in tune. We have the demos here attached as well. But the sound of this is entirely different than a typical Stratocaster. Yes. This is not. If you want a traditional Strat, do not get these.
Not the one. It's not the one for you.
Get a classic vibe.
Yes.
This is something. It's very thwacky, as Sir Ron Thorne of the Custom Shop calls these.
Description.
It's a thwacky. It has that sort of. It's not. It's almost like it's like an auto wah in some of the settings. It's
true.
It doesn't do that, but it has that honk honk sound. That's just different. Than
Yeah.
So that's refreshing for me too.
It is.
Every time I get a Strat, I want it to sound like a Strat.
Oh, it's a Strat.
This sounds like something else. And did you notice it's got a big headstock?
It's got a huge headstock.
Who doesn't like that? So Jonathan, sing a song while I go off camera. Gunmetal gray in his hands. And I've got some beautiful white sparkle opalescent thing in my hands as well. Now these
are so cool.
These are really cool. These just
this is the one I actually
Which one do you want?
Either of these is
fine. Which one do you like more?
I think I like this one.
Yeah, the gunmetal gray is really, because you would never do that in your traditional world. But in the Squier world, it becomes a tenable thing.
Pretty sweet.
Man, my jeans look good.
They do look good.
I just looked down and realized.
I just like that occasionally our naked legs.
I just got note to self. Baxter, that to me, does not own a pair of shorts, so I just made these the other day.
It's a very jagged cut. I just realized that.
I just tore them.
Okay.
Because they're already ripped.
Well, that makes more sense.
I just went. Okay. I was like, and then they had both had rips, so I just tore them out.
You can tell by the phrase on mine that I owned these for a while.
Yeah, these are fresh.
I made these as well, but they've been around.
I was ready to throw them out. Anyway, so
maybe
you got
some fish guts on
the atomic humbucker here in the neck, and you got your split rail. It's the SQRs, and it's cool. It sounds like it's a driving guitar.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like the best guitar in the market in the world? Maybe. For the money.
Yeah.
I was going to say it might be. It's one of those. It's look at this too.
I mean, this would be really high on my list of under $500 guitars. I mean, like really, really high on my list.
Again, if you're not chasing a traditional Tele or Strat sound, these two sort of fit that bill. It's got the sculpted heel here, which is nice.
Like I was saying, if I'm going to spend like custom shop money, I probably do want something traditional. Because I probably wouldn't want like all the contemporary stuff on a really high-end guitar, but do I want it on a under $500 guitar?
Well, that's because you're boring.
I am a little bit boring.
You wouldn't risk it. You wouldn't risk it all with the hot pink neon Jonathan Robinson lights on the custom shop. You might do that.
I might do that.
Fretboard. So Derek and I were laughing. Like the next thing they're gonna do is like put stainless steel frets on these.
That would be like
they got a big middle finger to all. They're like.
I think they know they can't do that.
Like, wait a minute. That would cost the same as the guitar cost. But no, it's the matte black like on the controls. It looks really cool.
It's awesome.
The matching headstocks, I really like that. They look cool. They sound cool. It's sort of frustrating. one.
I'm
that's a cool
fanboy.
This might be the coolest looking one of all of them. I saved it for last.
It could be. Actually,
Look at that
really
thing. That's really cool. Is it my
shiny?
Is it my favorite of the whole collection? No. I think it's maybe the coolest looking one. Sonically, I really do like what the Strats do. And that was something different out of what I'm used to. The Tellys might sound the best, as far as like just a good sound, like hard rocking.
Cool guitar.
If you're playing with any gain and like using pedals and like effects, and they really do work wonderfully with it. This was a little bit, it felt lower output than that. It might just be like the covers for some reason, or the plastic that we haven't taken off when we're playing them.
The big question, which one's going to do the best last train home tone?
It took me a minute to process
what
that.
What are you talking about? That's all anyone cares about right now. It's true.
Is that all anyone cares about? Mm-hmm. I care more that like somebody just spent $16,000 on a Kurt Cobain pedal.
Was it $16,000 or was it more than that?
$16,000.
Okay, that's all.
I think
it's nothing.
That's still a lot of money for a really bad pedal. He played with like a one show, I think.
I bet he paid less than $30 for that pedal from a pawn shop.
Because I've been reading a lot about Nirvana lately, just because I'm going down a Nirvana thing. There's this old article about like Dave and Kurt talking like we hope the Nevermind record is as successful as like Sonic Youth, so they can get their own apartment. Now his pedals are selling. His trash pedals are $16,000. Strands of his hairs, they were $2,600 a piece, somewhere in there.
Something like that.
Like for one strand of hair. Somebody bought like 3 of them or 4 of them. I can't remember the number. It was insane. And then now the members of Nirvana are like jamming again.
They are jamming again. Recording music, but only for their personal consumption.
Then I read something like Courtney Love was mad at Dave Grohl about something, how he's not being nice to her, and he's not the nicest guy in rock. I'm like, he probably is the nicest guy in rock.
Yeah.
It's, unfortunately, I think he's going to win that battle of hearts and minds.
The hearts and minds of the people.
Yeah, but tell me, back to Squiers. That's it. That's the jam on. Let us know what you guys think. If you've gotten one yet, this is our first batch in, and we think they're really cool.
They're pretty darn cool.
We enjoy playing them. We hope you do too.
So, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss videos in the future. As always, we appreciate you hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.